Did you know Liverpool shipyards once turned out wooden sailing legends that crossed oceans and shaped global trade? From 1800 onward, Mersey builders like Humble and Milcrest in Liverpool and Adamson in Birkenhead launched hundreds of brigs, barques and full-rigged ships bound for India, Australia, the West Indies and beyond. One standout, the 1820 whaler Baffin, which charted new inlets along Greenland's coast before vanishing in the Davis Strait a decade later. Another, the Barbadian, a 1831 barque that notched 8 Atlantic crossings in just 2 years and 7 months, pure dispatch that left rivals in its wake. Many ended in dramatic wrecks or conversions. Yet their records live on in old Lloyd's registers and newspaper logs. It's the kind of detail that makes you picture those crowded dock launches and the river alive with canvas. Which Mersey-built sailing ship would you have fancied crewing for a voyage? Fred M. Walker says in his essay on building whaleboats, appended to the 3rd volume of Scoresby's Whaling Journals, edited by Ian C. Jackson in 1819, the placing of an order for a wooden whaling ship with an up-and-coming Liverpool shipbuilder marked a small turning point in the history of whale ship construction. Scoresby himself claimed that the Baffin was the first purpose-built whaling ship to be constructed in Liverpool. But it is more likely that it was simply the first in recent memory. Liverpool's whaling industry was not large in 1819, but it had been significant in the late 1700s. The Baffin sailed with just 2 others in her first season, the James and the Lady Forbes, and by 1823 sailed alone but as recently as 1788. According to Henry Smithers' survey of Liverpool commerce in 1825. The Liverpool whaling fleet included 21 vessels. Looking closely at the map above, which is dated 1823 to 1824, it is just possible to see, below to the west of Queen's Dock, 2 graving docks used for ship finishing and repairs, and below that Baffin Street, which may or may not have been named after the ship. Just above Queen's Dock, Greenland Street runs roughly parallel to Parliament Street, perhaps reflecting that whaling heritage. Queen's Dock itself still exists, but the whole area around the King's Dock and to the south is now covered by the Liverpool Echo Arena, car parks and a marina. Walker assumes that the shipyard of Mottershead and Hayes was near to Queen's Dock, but it is more likely to have been further north, near Salthouse Dock, although there were many shipyards in the area around Baffin Street, and an oil house was situated at number 5. Baffin Street